What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist here with
Gershwan. That was a weird pause. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, I looked because I assumed you would have just assumed I said it, but no, he was waiting for the cue.
Yes.
Because we are social beings.
Yeah.
And we also are one mind. Syndicate for the greater.
See, again, I was waiting for the cue.
The cue was me going.
Yes.
Because you got to take a deep breath before we wah.
This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, comment down below. Put a question in front of your question because we get those questions first. See, I like scheduling order. I want to know what's happening before it happens. And if you guys want to support the channel, you guys can hit us up with a super thanks. If you guys give us a super thanks, we will answer your question regardless of what it is. Mm-hmm. Thank you for who did that?
Zero Cool AOW. Thanks for the super thanks. His question is, thanks OMS. Now, what will change, lore-wise, with Commissar Yarrick's death?
I think lore-wise, there's a possibility of the Imperium, doing some type of, Armageddon reboot type of thing. The leader of Armageddon, or what was he called of Armageddon? The hero of Armageddon?
Yeah, I think so.
He's dead, and so, attention back onto Armageddon, probably.
Right. The thing about Yarrick dying right now is that it's shrouded in mystery. We don't know if he died of old age, if he died fighting the orcs, if he died by some other means, chaos or something like that. So we don't know exactly if the Imperium will have a campaign centered around revenge. But if that is the case, then for sure, especially if we have survivors from that battle, I would assume they would want revenge against whoever took their hero's life.
Right. And then also, I think tabletop-wise, we're going to see a huge change because we talked about this in a previous episode, but you were saying that with Krieg, his death brought his daughter. Yeah. So the death of Commissar Yarrick is probably going to bring forth, either some new type of tabletop thing, you can have the skull of Yarrick, and that gives your Imperial Guard troop, buffs somehow or something.
Yeah, because in the picture we see of Yarrick's, skull with his Commissar cap and everything, his old Bale eye is still functioning. Yeah. Yeah. So what ramifications does that have? Will somebody take it and use it? Will it be just a sacred relic?
A marker light?
Yeah, marker light. But yeah, we'll definitely have to wait and see what this means. I just feel like it's a huge misstep that GW did, just killing him off and not giving us a whole campaign or something to do with the orcs, because we're just sitting in the dark right now.
Especially we just got done with October.
Yeah, and what did we have in October?
Nothing. God damn. Thanks for the super thanks, though. We got one more by Andrew Ryan, right?
I believe so, yes.
7 years goes by quick. No question, but I love your guys' content. Taken me through high school, university, and countless jobs in between. Keep doing what you guys are doing. Thanks for helping push a passion and for also being Latinos. Puerto Rico. Ya tú sabes.
Yeah, ay, coño.
Yeah, man, it's awesome to always hear that people have been watching and listening to us for so long, especially now that we're posting on TikTok and Instagram. I get a lot of comments of oh, the YouTube guys that I used to watch. So it's one of
used to.
Well, I think the algorithm
change
now.
That.
Yeah, the algorithm's fucking crazy now. Where they just the YouTube does not push our content anymore. Right. I think we need to be more
aggressive.
We need to pick fights.
Bite.
Yeah.
We need to be hair squigs.
Yeah. But yeah, man, and it's awesome to be Hispanic in this community because again, you go on Instagram and stuff, and it seems like it's very one-sided. Even with the YouTube content creators, I mean, you have Eons of Battle, right? But
that's the only one I can think of off the top of the dome. So thank you for sticking, with us for these 7 years, and hopefully there's 7 more to come, and then 7 more, and then 7 more.
Because we're pretty young. We're 30.
I was going to stop it there because I'm like, well, who knows what's going to happen after 21 years?
21 years. We're still going to be doing this.
Yeah.
Next question, and thank you for the super thanks.
Yeah, we'll keep them coming for sure.
Next question comes from Simon Teese. What do you actually think is at the heart or the core of the Tyranids? The actual hive mind creature? Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, it's a hive mind.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's a hive mind, but I don't think there's going to be like an actual like creature, like a singular being,
Right.
that's like sending all these out.
No. And I think that's what like the whole point of. I thought you meant by like hive mind creature, as in like it's we can't conceive. Well, we can kind of conceive what it is because like you are you, but you're also a multicellular organism.
Mm-hmm.
The cells in your body all are operating independently. If you remove them from you, which you do whenever you like bite your nails, you get a scrape or whatever, it comes off. They're no more. They're individuals, but they're not individuals. So it's kind of like that whole concept,
right? Like we have like bacterial colonies within us and stuff like that. Homeostasis.
Yeah, so like that's the hive mind. It's you.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's the whole of you, your mind, your thoughts, and everything, plus your body. So the physical, mental, I guess spiritual, and I think that's what the hive mind is. It's like it's a hormigant, but not really. It's everything.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for coming to Gershwin's TED Talk.
Yes. There was actually a wasn't it like the agnostic Christians that believed something similar?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what agnostic means, but I'm just, supporting my boy.
Yeah, okay. Next question.
Let's keep these really brain-busting questions going with Brian B. What's better, cold pizza or hot pizza?
Cold pizza all day.
Yeah, I like it when it's like hot and right out of the oven, but ooh, do I love it when it's the morning after and you're getting leftovers.
I feel like frozen pizza is obviously not cooked, so no, that's not what we mean. But like out of the oven, it's okay. I think cold pizza is where it's at.
I like cold, thin crust pizza.
Yeah.
I like hot, thick crust pizza with like the cheesy bread and all that.
Like deep dish or like Detroit style with like the pan.
Mm-hmm.
That's better hot.
Oh, for sure.
But then like I wouldn't mind eating it cold. But also like Pizza Hut, like pan crust pizza from Pizza Hut, cold. That's delicious to me.
Yeah.
The crust gets all thick and crusty and nasty. So yeah, next question.
This one is by Sand Ray. As the holidays approach, are there any known holidays in 40K? Like, have any holidays been named in the lore before?
Yep.
Yeah, we got some pretty big ones, such as the...
Sanguinala.
Yeah, Sanguinala, but there's another one like that's akin to Thanksgiving. Was it like the Feast of the Emperor or something like that?
Yeah. There's also the Feast of Blades. From the Imperial Fist, like...
Mm-hmm.
Successor chapters, they do that. They have a giant tourney.
Tourney?
What else? They have my birthday.
Yeah, that's a 40K holiday.
It's in September. I'm a Virgo.
Virgo.
Does that even count in 40K? It has to be, right?
Astrology? Well, we have the Emperor's Tarot.
Tarot, yeah.
I always want to say the T.
Tarot.
Kind of like Paris, but it's Paris.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Paris.
This one is by the big one. Sometimes I get hungry. Hungry for love, that is. What's the best way to satisfy my hunger using what you've learned from 40K lore?
Grow yourself. I think every single faction is proof of that. Like, if you're an Inquisitor, you kind of have to do your own thing before you can get like, acolytes. If you are an Imperial Guardsman, you have to worry about yourself before you can worry about, like, your crew. If you're an Orc, yeah. So, definitely, like, work on yourself, and then the love will come to you.
Because as you take care of your body, mind, and soul, you'll gain a confidence and a shine that other people will notice, and they'll flock to you.
Yeah. Or wear Doc Martens.
There you go.
The hoes gonna love that. Next question.
Super Gooby TM. I've been getting into the lore of Warhammer 30K and 40K recently. Just finished Horus Rising audiobook, and I'm currently in the middle of False Gods. Love the videos. Now, my question is, has a Space Marine chapter ever considered recruiting from Krieg? I think having a few Krieg Marines in a chapter could make for some interesting stories.
No, and the reason for that is that each planet is controlled or is given over to some type of department. Like the Adeptus Astartes have their own
recruitment worlds
yeah.
and tactics and stuff like that. Because if they don't recruit from a world, that could be like a spacefaring like monastery and stuff like that. But they have their own neophyte reserves and stuff like that.
Yeah. I also feel that the only chapter that doesn't do that is like the Imperial Fist. The Imperial Fist actually might recruit from Terra, but nobody's supposed to know.
Yeah. Shh. Don't tell them we told you. But yeah, usually Kriegers, they have their own... well, that's Krieg. They don't have the manpower to give out to Space Marines.
Right.
They're cloning, and they have boy soldiers and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, and remember that like, it's punishment. It's
True.
punishment for a betrayal or a rebellion that Krieg did to the Imperium. Mm-hmm. So, no, Space Marines do not want that tainted soul. It wouldn't pass the psycho-indoctrination.
Mm-hmm. Corporal Cartel. Where were the Adeptus Custodes when the Emperor was fighting Horus? So they were busy keeping Terra protected. There were a few Custodes, as well as Sanguinius and Dorn, I believe, that teleported onto Horus's flagship to fight. But that was a plan by Chaos to get them separated, so they didn't manage to teleport exactly where they wanted, and that's why Sanguinius met Horus first and died. That's why the Emperor and the Custodes were separate. So there were a few Custodes on Horus's flagship, but they were far away from the battle to do any real meaningful intervention.
Right.
Unless you consider the person that came in and stopped Horus for a little bit not to be Saint Alanus Pius. Was it Pius or was it another John Grammaticus, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was a perpetual, supposedly, that came in, or it could have just been a custody, or it could have just been just a regular guardsman. Mm-hmm. And depending on which iteration or which telling of the story, it could mean something different. Yeah. Like, oh, humanity, they're the ones that really allowed the Emperor to, become able to kill Horus by that small, minute moment in time.
Right.
Right. But it's all wishy-washy, but we'll know for sure once the final book in the Siege of Terra comes out, I believe early next year.
Yeah.
That's it.
And those are the questions for today. If you guys have more questions for us, please comment down below. Thank you for the super thanks. Thank you for supporting the channel. And we'll talk tomorrow.
Yeah. Keep those questions coming, guys. And as always, we'll keep coming too. It's the Sound Alchemist.
Kershaw.
And we are out.
Oh, I used to put my freedom first in